Good morning, everyone. As a government worker, this is how I drive change every day. Okay, not quite. This is more like it.
I work for the state of Michigan, the Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy, so also known as EGLE. And within EGLE, I'm in the Remediation and Redevelopment Division and the Superfund section. So I work on hazardous waste sites, so sites that have significant environmental contamination that poses a risk to the environment or human health. And what I do is to help clean up these sites to be usable or to reduce the risks and exposures. I didn't always want to be a toxicologist, nor do I think I really knew what that was. I was really interested in the management of contaminated sites because I actually lived right next to one in Bellingham. So I'm from Washington State. I did my undergrad at Western Washington University. And there is an old industrial site of significant environmental contamination right essentially in my backyard. I could see it from my apartment. And that was one of the kind of ways I got exposed to that world of like, what is environmental contamination? What does it look like? How can we know more about it? Really looking at like the fate and transport of chemicals. How do these contaminants move in the environment through water, soil, air? And then also how do they interact with receptors? So a receptor could be ecological, it could be fish, or it could be, human. Initially, when I envision what it's like to be a government employee, I think of like cookie cutter employees, like everybody's the same, all in a cube, just hundreds of cubes lining down the office. There are so many facets to government work. I always had a strong value for protecting the environment. And so that's why I got into this kind of work. So you see so many people from that have these different values, and everybody is different and unique. And it's not that same, like just kind of cookie cutter, like employee that you see depicted in media and whatnot. When I started my position, I'd say it wasn't common to see young staff. I was the only one in my section who wasn't married or had children. I've seen this kind of mentality shift. And there are way more young staff being hired, people directly out of school. And that is being encouraged throughout my department. It's super important to see different people from different walks of life have different perspectives, and we all contribute to a greater goal or a greater good within our work for the protection of human health and the environment. As I grow into a change maker, change can occur on so many different levels. I create an environment in which I work in. I would like to promote an inclusive, open atmosphere. It's these little wins that we see over time. Communities asking a lot of questions, and we had a really positive impact because we're engaging, answering questions, and you can see the shift in concern to being informed. You have to take those wins because these projects are so long, but you do see change slowly over time. I think that being a young woman in the sciences can be challenging at times. We're out there excavating contaminated soils. Working on Superfund sites had kind of been a dream job when I was thinking about my future career in my undergrad, and to land it right out of school was kind of just mind-blowing. I'd have to say Dr. Ruth Sofield. She is my undergrad academic advisor, and she really encouraged me to consider the field of environmental toxicology, was super supportive, providing me opportunities to do undergraduate research, expand my professional development with also encouraging me to present the work at some scientific conferences, that sort of thing. She really has spearheaded the partnership between Washington State Department of Ecology and Western Washington University to have these kind of co-taught classes. So she also helped me kind of see that insight to government work as well. I mean, like I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for her. I had interest in biology and chemistry. I was not aware of the field of environmental toxicology. I didn't know how to envision my future because I didn't know of these opportunities that were out there. Like I just had no way of knowing about them. And so having someone who could present to me and like say like, this is a viable career. This is how you can apply your interests and this knowledge and your skills was super helpful, you know, and I hope that in the future that I can give back to in that sense, you know, encourage people to pursue higher education or encourage people to pursue government work because it is a viable option. It is a fulfilling option. It is 100% so worthwhile.